when moving out of surviving and into thriving. When moving out of surviving to thriving, one aspect is really being able to fall in love with life. To be able to fall in love with life, we must find a sense of gratitude. When we're in love with life, we feel this sense of awe and inspiration and gratitude, and ultimately this love for living and this love for experiencing. And often what happens is when we move into a survival mode, survival mindset, which is induced by high stress or constant layer of stress, we're not allowing ourselves to really feel gratitude or to truly, fully experience life. So in order to move ourselves into that, we need to first be aware of what those qualities are and then try to adopt them into our present moment so that we can begin to pull and navigate and push ourselves over to the other side. So these concepts of like in the dark and into the light, when we're moving into the dark, a lot of times it's this feeling of despair, this feeling of survival or hopelessness. So we want to move ourselves into hope, into gratitude, into awe, into this ability to love life. Today's focus is on gratitude. Gratitude is something that can be a little challenging to practice when we are in survival mode. So I'm going to give you some prompts that can help you pull in this sense of gratitude. Often we're like, I don't know, I don't have anything to be grateful for, or everything is just a mess, everything is just surviving. And so we can start to find gratitude for the little things. And often we are finding gratitude because we're comparing ourselves to someone who has it worse. And when we're feeling that sense of gratitude, we almost feel this shame or guilt going, well, I have it better than they do. I need to give up something I have in order to help them have it. And it again starts inducing some of this survival mode. So instead of comparing, instead of judging, so judging and comparing are the same. They're sisters. So we need to not compare ourselves to that situation. Instead, we're thinking from abundant mindset, which means look at all the amazingness that I have. Look at all the amazingness that exists. I wish we could all have that amazingness. Let's try to shift ourselves so we can all have the awesome, amazing lives. Rather than, here we are in neutral, look how many people have it worse than me. I should feel guilty and shame for having more. Let me give up more so that I can at least be at their level. You see the difference between survival, scarcity mindset, and then abundant mindset, where we're saying, let's all have it, which we're not getting into politics. So we won't go there, but just the mentality, just the energy behind that. I'm sure you probably felt that too. So today's practice, gratitude. Today's day 7, and we're finding our meditation seat, whether you're sitting in a chair or sitting on the floor. And if you're sitting in a chair, then your feet are on the floor. And either way, we'll find our bottom in our seat. Feel your sits bones. Make sure that we're not slouched so that we're sitting on the tailbone. We want to sit on the hips, on that pelvic area, so that our tailbone is not being crushed. So feel the hips maybe tilt. Shoulders relax over the hips. Softening the low back. We can always pull the core in, so we're relying on muscles instead of joints and tendons. Allow the chest to open. You might even feel the ears over the shoulders so that we're not hunched forward too much. Ears over shoulders. You can loosen the elbows. And let's just take 3 deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, and out through the mouth. Begin to notice if the belly is already falling out again, so any tendencies. Pulling the belly tight, we can train it to pull up and in, so that our core is holding us. I often say the body and the mind are very easily correlated. When our values are strong, we tend to have a little bit easier time holding in our core. Notice your breath. Notice any further adjustments you'd like to make as we prepare for our meditation. If your mind is wandering heavily, palms down. If we're working on opening up, our palms are open. And keep checking in with your posture, checking in with your breath. And we'll begin to even out that breath by inhaling for 4, exhaling for 4. And your breath can always expand further than 4 if you'd like. Just make sure that's an even ratio of inhale and exhale. And if this feels available to you, by no means are you required to do this. But at the top of your inhale, you might pause just for a few seconds, just to hold that full breath into your lungs. And then as you exhale, after you fully exhale, you can hold that breath just for a few seconds as your lungs are fully empty. And for some, that can cause anxiety, so it's not for everyone. But if it feels good for you, that might be another tool to put in your box. And tapping into a feeling of gratitude. We'll start with just the surroundings around us. You can keep your eyes closed or look at one focal point. And just noticing the chair, the cushions, the floor, underneath of your bottom. And allowing yourself to bring in a sense of gratitude for everything underneath of you that's supporting you. The walls around you. A sense of gratitude for these walls around you. that keep you safe, give you privacy. And again, we're not judging or comparing to those who might not have. Instead, we're pulling in this gratitude of, I wish everyone could have this. How amazing it is. The ceiling above you, the roof over your head, that we're protected from the elements outside. Maybe you have air conditioner or a fan on a hot day, or heat on a cold day. How much this room keeps us comfortable. It's such an advancement from just the 16 and 1800s. So much gratitude for all the people that may have built this room. For you or anyone else that pays the bills to provide this shelter, this space. And expanding out of this room into the entire building that you might be in, whether it's your home or work or wherever you might be. All the hands that go into maintaining your home, this building, on the outside of the home, for the beauty that surrounds us. For everything that's available that we bring into our home, into our space. The food that we bring in. The clothes that we bring in. The internet that we bring in. Our devices, our ability to connect online. All of the opportunities that are available. All the opportunities that we're opening up to be able to see more of and receive more of. The time for us to be able to sit and meditate, to practice meditating. The ability to purchase this course. The ability to sit and breathe. hands and arms having the ability to hug. Our eyes to be able to see. Our skin to be able to feel. Our mouth able to smile. Our ears to listen. Feel your breath, the inhale and the exhale. That you are here. This ability, this opportunity to experience. That although sometimes emotions are not always pleasant, how amazing it is that we do get this opportunity to feel. To feel sadness so that we can appreciate happiness. To know what chaos might be so that we can truly appreciate the calm. The ability to appreciate the calm and be in the calm and enjoy the calm, the peace. Know that it's all available to you. But it takes opening up to be able to receive it, to hold it, to share it. As we release anything that's no longer serving our peace or calm, we might feel emotions as we release, and that's okay. That we don't have to judge our emotions as good or bad. We can simply experience them and just recognize that they're different. And we'll take our 10 breaths, an inhale and an exhale being one breath. And we can start to find movement in our fingers and toes. So we take this big inhale, allowing ourselves to open up, to stretch. You can slowly begin to open your eyes. Maybe you tense and take that stretch, and then soften. And it can be very beneficial to, throughout the day, just tense and release. Thank you for joining me on day 7. Today's practice is about gratitude, so taking some time throughout the day to, again, initiate that pause, as we've mentioned in past lessons, to initiate the pause and to look around and find something to be grateful for, to shift ourselves out of survival and scarcity mindset and in and towards abundant mindset. The more we can practice, the more we can reprogram and condition our mind to think in more of a thriving way rather than a surviving way. Take time to breathe as often as you can today. Intentional breathing, of course, we're always breathing, but taking some intentional breaths. Maybe it's placing the hands on the belly and just breathing into the belly for 2 minutes. Take some time to just experience the now rather than getting caught up in the future or thinking about the past. Right now, right here, moment by moment is how we experience life. Moment by moment, we are normally just fine. So allow yourself to enjoy the moment as many times as you can throughout the day. Thanks for joining. I'm Izzy, and this is From Surviving to Thriving, our 10-day meditation challenge.